Welcome to today's deep dive, and hey, before we even take a breath here, you need to hit that like button, drop a comment on this video, and subscribe to the channel right now. You absolutely have to stick around for the shocking conclusion at the end of this deep dive. I mean, we are talking about an unprecedented, massive blockbuster trade involving a superstar defender that literally got reversed within 24 hours. It is wild.
Oh, it is completely insane.
Right. But first, we are acting as your ultimate NFL insiders today. We've got fresh NFL Network reports about the Los Angeles Chargers and their brand new offensive weapon. So our mission is to figure out exactly how this move reshapes the wider league landscape.
Well, and the landscape is definitely shifting out west. We are seeing some highly intentional roster building from the Chargers, starting with them grabbing former Ravens running back Keaton Mitchell. It is a 2-year, $9.25 million deal with $5 million of that fully guaranteed.
$5 million guaranteed? I mean, look, the way I see this pickup, it feels like a front office finding this high-end, track-tuned sports car just sitting on a lot at a steep discount.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, like they got it cheap simply because it had a temporary transmission breakdown last season or something.
No, that is spot on. And the history totally validates that discount. I mean, remember, Mitchell was an undrafted rookie back in 2023.
Right.
And he immediately brought this explosive element to Baltimore's offense. But then, he had that brutal knee injury that kind of derailed his whole trajectory.
Which is always so tough to see for a young player.
Exactly. But he bounced back in 2024. He put up 341 yards on 59 carries.
Wow, that is efficient.
Yeah, and that included a massive 55-yard breakaway run. So the engine works perfectly. He was just kind of buried on the depth chart behind Derrick Henry. So the sheer volume of opportunities just wasn't there.
So that makes me wonder, why is Los Angeles acquiring this specific sports car right now?
Yeah.
Like, what does Mitchell actually do that fundamentally changes their offense?
It really comes down to the mechanics of their new scheme. The Chargers' offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel, he runs a system that relies heavily on horizontal stretch.
Right.
So the entire offensive line moves sideways in unison at the snap, and if your running back has elite speed, those opposing linebackers have to just sprint horizontally to keep up.
Just to stay in the play.
Right. And the moment those defenders overcommit or lose their footing, Mitchell spots the gap, plants his foot, and cuts vertically before the defense can even recover. It is exactly how McDaniel utilized De'Von Achane down in Miami.
Okay, but let me play devil's advocate for a second here.
Yeah.
Because the Chargers already drafted Omarion Hampton in the first round.
They did, yeah.
And they have Kamani Vidal sitting right at the top of the depth chart, too.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this backfield getting entirely too crowded? You can only hand the ball off to one guy at a time.
Well, you are looking at this through the lens of pure volume instead of specific utility.
Okay, explain that.
Hampton and Vidal, they are your blunt instruments, right? You use them for gaining those tough, gritty yards inside. But Mitchell is the specialized tool that forces a defense to defend the entire width of the field.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it proves LA is aggressively assembling a situational arsenal rather than just signing generic depth. I mean, combine this with that massive 3-year, $24.3 million contract they just gave tight end Charlie Kolar.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you see a team that is systematically acquiring pieces to dictate matchups.
So the Chargers are meticulously building a master plan piece by piece out there. But man, Mitchell's former team, the Ravens, they seem to be watching their own blueprint spontaneously combust.
It is getting messy in Baltimore.
It really is. Let's bring back that tease from the intro, because honestly, Mitchell walking out the door isn't even the wildest headline coming out of Baltimore today.
No, not even close. So, in this incredibly rare turn of events, the Ravens had a franchise-altering trade lined up for Raiders defensive end Max Crosby.
A total blockbuster.
Massive.
Right.
A deal was in place, and then within 24 hours, it was completely backed out of.
That is unheard of.
The collapse was so dramatic that Crosby actually took to social media and posted a GIF of The Undertaker sitting up from a blazing coffin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, with the caption, "I'm back." Just wild.
That is insane. So the Speedster leaves for LA, and the superstar defender trade completely stalls out before the ink can even dry.
Yeah, which leaves you with one final question to ponder today. Look at the board. Between letting Mitchell walk, relying purely on the draft to replace star center Tyler Linderbaum, and then this embarrassing public collapse of the Max Crosby trade,
Yeah.
is Baltimore's front office suddenly losing its grip on the wheel? Or, are they simply clearing the deck for a master plan we just can't see yet?